Going on, guys? Welcome back to the Club 33 podcast for episode number 18. We have Juice back, and Sky is with a. Is that a different hat today? New hat today? Is it a hat of a hat? Logo
It's a
of.
hat, yeah.
Wow! I just
It's
noticed
pretty
that.
sweet, right?
I just noticed that. That's why.
My hair's a mess, so I just wear a hat.
But it might be this might be like one of our last shows for a little while, just because Sky, you guys didn't know he's going to be playing with Spider-Man again. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge from the former Disney cast members.
Let's take 25% off there, bud.
Yes.
Let's take 25% off there.
He'll be around. We'll have to figure out different recording schedule because right now we're doing at like Wednesdays or Thursdays. So I'm sure we'll figure out a day to record. My schedule's going to be
very annoyingly chaotic, so we'll see how it goes.
Which is totally fine. We'll be flexible about it. It's not a big deal. But happy
we'll get it going.
Happy Sky is back to doing his old role. He loves it.
I'm no longer mooching off the government.
He'll be paying back his
one of them socialist freeloaders.
Anyways, well, I think today we're gonna talk a little bit about Showdown. I know Sky basically wants to do a TED talk on Showdown today.
And then I have so much to talk about Showdown. I really think I figured it out, guys.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit before too. Yesterday, because I was like doing my last couple of battles. I actually did all my battles yesterday, and then we're also like talking about foreshadowing in the future, just because little light, on news lately. It's actually been the longest gap of no new character. Think about that. Over like 5 weeks since Peter Pan came around, which for DSA, a new character not coming out for a while. That's a pretty good amount of time. So that's kind of just a quick rundown of what we're going to talk about today. So I guess we'll get started with Summoner Showdown. And Sky, do you want to go head first into your TED Talk of
my TED Talk? All right.
Summoner Showdown.
So I think I've really solved Showdown. I've managed to get first, fourth, and first in my 3 leaderboards. And I think that's a measure of doing well in it because you can manipulate what leaderboard you get in. I figured out how, at least I think, what it was myself, Timon, Stealth Science, and Anna Gremlin all kind of helped me out with this. And basically, you get match made in a leaderboard for each Summoner Showdown round after that round has started. You can't get match made in a group until the round has started, and you can't get match made in a group until you log in as well. So depending on when you log in, you're going to get match made with different types of players who are going to be more or less Showdown focused. So if you log in during the first Showdown window, you're probably going to get players that want to play Showdown because that's when they logged in. They made time to log in during that time. And you're going to get people that can play Showdown right then, earn points right then for the leaderboard and start competing. But if you don't log in for all the time the first Showdown is going, you're going to get match made with people who don't care about Showdown. So there's going to be less people participating in your leaderboard. And it's something that multiple people have been using, not just myself, accidentally, to get really easy first places or really easy higher placings in their leaderboards for each round. So that's like the biggest tip, honestly, I have right now. And it's really dumb. It's not even about anything in the game. It's just like, hey, get easier opponents. So that I think is really important. And basically, it's like, Summer Showdown round 1, day 1, morning is over. Okay, now I can log in. Or maybe like the very end of it's fine. But just don't give people like a chance to like be excited about the game mode with you. You want all the people that don't give a shit about Showdown to be with you. And then like after that, it's something I keep seeing people doing is they're like, oh, I only refreshed Hermes once, and but I used Moana 5 times. And it's like, no, like you wanna when you're building your teams, you wanna try to like pair the worst characters with the best combos. So like this week, I think I went like 6-0 with Hermes teams because I always paired Hermes with Moana and Barley, and then so I just won anyways. It's like you should not refresh Hermes because he's bad, because he's more attempts and more battles you can like potentially win. and it's just about squeezing as many battles as you can with like limited potions. So like no matter how many characters you have, even if it's not a clean 5, 10, or 15, you can do some type of cycle to make sure you're using every single character at least once. Or not at least once, but like near even amount of times. My next thing is like I think there's like a basic archetype every team should have in a simple game mode like Summoner Showdown. So there could be something that like sometimes this won't be true if it's like a weird gimmick team, but for the most part, you want at least one tank, at least one purge, and then enough damage. And that's not one damage dealer or two damage dealers. That's just whatever all your team is doing. They need to purge, tank, and also be able to deal whatever you think is enough damage. I see a lot of people they're losing. They're using very good characters though, because they're not bringing in a tank or they're not bringing in a purge, and they wasted a lot of really good characters just because they couldn't. They got walked all over control wise, or they couldn't get past a taunt, and it's like they easily could have won if they just had a purge, a tank, and also the damage. Because you can have purge and a tank, and if you have like all support, you'll still lose. And then the last thing I've seen is people like hoarding their potions for like the future. And you could potentially like try to hoard potions a tiny bit to like make if you're pushing for first on one of the showdowns, or like if you're not invested in one group of characters, you could like wait until they come back. But for the most part, you just want to use all your potions. Just use every one you have, as long as you're not spending gems, because just more wins is getting you so many more rewards through the milestones and the leaderboards on both the global and the weekly. So it's like just use your potions. You'll get more of them. They're not like hard to come by. It's like Summoner Showdown will probably have a little downtime after this, and we'll all easily be able to get to 10,000 potions for going into the next one. So it's not like you have to worry about it. But those are kind of like the four things I've been seeing that like I think really can like, apart from like, sure, I'm not going to talk about how to get characters up because that's just like how much do you want to devote into it. But like these are the ways you get these slight edges over other people, and you're able to get like that 1.5 million gold and 65 gammas is huge to get that multiple weeks. So it's like I don't know. I think there's a lot to be explored in the strategy of like things around like I don't know, because you have to game the system if you want to push for first, because someone else is going to game the system, right? So it's like I'm interested to see what the strategies end up being. Maybe some of this is true now and then it'll change later.
Yeah, there was a lot there, Sky, for
Yeah,
sure.
I told you it was a dissertation,
No,
dude.
That was good.
that was good TED talk. Did you discuss stones?
Oh
that one?
no, see that stone.
Stones,
That
okay.
went so over my head, but you can go for stones.
Yeah, so I know this might be more for people who have been playing a little longer, but even for newer peeps and peeps up and coming, you should be able to get those. I don't know, I forgot what they're called, but whatever the exchanges to get like level 1 stones. I would say just spend them, or if you already have them on your characters, it doesn't cost anything to take off a level 1 speed stone that's going to become a level 3 stone. I think that's going to be the biggest kicker, because there's times, a lot of times, not even round 3, I mean rounds 1 through 3 or whatever they're called now, of it. And I remember going the exact same rosters, even the exact same spells. And the kicker was two things. Number one, they did not have any stones on them. And number two, my spells were level 4. I know that's more of an end game thing, and people can be like, "Oh, I'm a newer player, I'm free to play." Well, you can eventually get there too. Don't worry, you'll get there too. But those are going to be the two biggest things to give you edges. And like I said, level 1 stones, that's going to give you a big boost. And again, it doesn't cost anything. And actually, one of Sky's tactics that he taught me was, don't go for level 2 stones. Only go for level 2 stones when you go to level 3. Because it's just, you're going to put them on, take them off, the gold you lose in there just doesn't add up. And so just hoard that stuff. Hoard, the level 2 materials for a little bit later.
Lord.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The one time I was thinking about it actually lately, the one time I like level 2 stones is if you're just trying to clear like an event with bad characters.
That's true.
So like if you're trying to clear Ascension, like sure, put a 10% stone on Buzz. Like that's I think the one time I like it. If it's like bad character or PvE content, that's one time.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I could get behind 2 for that, but other than that, it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like as long as the it comes back and helps you, you know, if the gold, for
Yeah.
instance, will kick back to you, I get that makes more sense. And actually, the one thing I do like about the Summoner Showdown is if you put a little bit of effort, I think it'll slightly help with the gold grind. You know, an extra half a
Helped with my
million.
gold grind.
Yeah, extra half a million a week, just like putting in a little bit of effort and just passively just farming the potions. I think that's going to be a big help.
And if you put in ultra tryhard
Yeah.
effort,
Yeah.
you get 2 million a week, which is just criminal.
Yeah. And
Like,
if you use Sky's tactic, I guarantee you,
yeah,
you could do
no, like
pretty well.
you should be able to get to rank 1 if using this. If you've unlocked the 14 free to play characters up to the level,
Mm-hmm.
you should just be able to do that. Like, it's not that tough. Because it's not, yeah, it's like, it's not about like beating the whales. It's about not getting paired with the whales.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're doing. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the whales about like anything. It's like, but I want to avoid them in any type of competition in this game. Obviously, it's like gonna give me more resources. So I'm gonna let them fight it out when I'm gonna just sneak into first.
True. I know Juice.
You want those gem? You don't want to spend those gem refreshes.
Have you? Okay. I was an idiot last time, and I was like, oh, for the 450,000 gold milestone, I have to spend like 1,000 or something gems for this. Oh, just do it. And then I realized, wait, this doesn't add up. The gold does not add up. So I already messed up on that.
I thought you stockpiled for the year. You're good to go.
No. See, that's just specifically for energy. It came in handy for double gear drops. Like I am one piece away from a gear 8 Trenton. That's in my baby right now. Look at that. Juice is like, aw.
I got that speed piece on Sean Yu today.
Ooh, shoot. Gear for tier 8. Freaking hate gear 9 and tier 8. It freaking pisses me off. The wording.
But how do you? It would be more confusing to do it the other way, actually.
Really?
Yeah, calling them a gear 9 piece that you equipped while you're gear 8.
I guess. Okay, that makes sense.
And you need to equip all the gear 9 pieces to become gear 9? That makes way less sense.
I guess. But getting that kingdoms. What other pieces do you have for
I have
the
the
next
speed
tier?
pieces on Ursula, Herc, and Shan Yu.
Whale.
True.
Whale. I'm just kidding. What about you, Juice? How's Summoner Showdown been for you?
It's been okay. It's been like really it hasn't been as in depth for you guys as it's been for me. I've just been doing it to get it done. The one thing I did notice right away, and it's even mistakes that I've made, is like what Sky mentioned about like not having a tank rather than, you know, the Moana barley stuff worked well, but then it's like, oh shit, like I don't have a tank, and following those steps is pretty advisory, I guess, if you're listening to this later and you need advice for going into future showdowns and things like that. As far as spells work, I agree with you guys. Even stones too. Like as end game players, you know, we have like 50,000 or something like that of the stone stuff. So just even putting level 1s in there does make a difference. You know, if you have the gold, someone like me, I think I'm at like 15 million gold just because I've been hoarding so much. Like I could. Yeah,
that's epic, dude. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I think we're all freaking jealous because I think mine never goes above like 500,000 anymore.
Yeah, we can do like a kind of like account updates or what we've all been doing and stuff like that. But anyways, it's just been very kind of surface level. I've been doing it just to participate, just because I've been busy with life, and then like Pokemon Unite's been taking over life too. So like I've been having a lot of fun with the game, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. So it's I do what I need to do in DSA, and then I'm kind of doing other stuff after that. So it kind of came at the worst time when another fun game came out too. But I mean it's still fun, and there's still a lot of strategy. It's just it's not totally my thing at the moment. I'm hoping that, you know, once I get passionate about it, I'll definitely dig into it more, especially how hearing you guys talk about and stuff like that. But it's been a fun experience. I've enjoyed it a lot. It's been something different. It's been something new, and I'm still learning a lot because I'm not perfect and I don't think great when it comes to this mode at the moment. But as far as my bracket went like even the first showdown, like I didn't do as much as I should have, and then it put me with like a lot of non-players too, like Sky was talking about. So like I was expecting to like go up against some kind of higher end players, and I think due to my lack of participation, at least the first time around, yeah, there wasn't crazy competition this time around. It's kind of interesting to see. So
It's
yeah,
got to be when you logged in, because you probably were like, oh, you probably maybe logged in like 5 hours after it started, or
yeah,
6 hours
yeah,
after it started, because you just weren't on,
yeah,
and
something
then
like yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
you get an easier group.
Yeah, no, it was that was when Sky was talking about that, I was like, oh, that's why. I was like kind of definitely agreeing as he was talking about it, but yeah, not insane analysis to add to the conversation here, but just a fun experience as always, and fun using these characters, and obviously learning more tips and stuff as we go through here. So take your notes, kids. It'll help you.
Yeah, I think that's just a cool thing about the mode is we get to use a lot of characters we don't get a chance to use normally. And so I don't know. I like using every character obviously, because it's like a good strategy too, to like reduce how much potions you use per battle. But at the
Yeah.
same time, like I actually really had fun with Hermes. Like I really kind of like think he's a little bit underrated. I think there might be a character worse than Hermes. I actually think that. Uh,
When he's able to give like the haste and then also like the
and he just
crit
takes
and
so
stuff.
many turns.
Yeah.
And so like I think there's probably like I have a new appreciation for Hermes, and that was like kind of fun for me to have fun with Hermes and get this new appreciation for him. So I like that you're
Yeah.
forced to like use these bad characters, and you can even get like in this already like reduced area, you can say, you know, Hermes is okay here, and that's like wow, like it's just fun to like figure that stuff out for yourself.
So I guess the real question is, do you bring Hermes up from in general an F tier to a D tier?
No,
Nope.
I mean
Just
I
in
still
Showdown,
think
just in Showdown. In this
I mean
Showdown.
if we're talking about in game modes, then that F tier in this. I think Cruella was worse than Hermes, actually.
Really? It's
Yeah,
because no one
I
had
think
her?
no, because there was no good summons for her to eat this
Okay.
round.
That's true.
So one of her abilities was really bad, and what you ended up doing is you ended up eating Cauldron, which like damages Horn King, and I saw all these suicide Horn Kings because of that on people's streams, where they'd eat the Cauldron, then that would trigger first, kill Horn King, then healing would go out to everyone, but Horn King wouldn't get it because he'd be dead. Like I think Crow was really bad. She had like that one move that was like okay, but I'd rather just get more turns with Hermes.
See, I don't really know her kit yet because I don't have her. But
It's all relying on summons and like villains.
so she's supposed to be counter to Ursula? In a sense?
No. It's like you eat your own eel, and then he'll eel everyone.
Okay, interesting. I
And
gotta
it's
read up
actually
on her
kind
for
of good
sure.
with Ursula, because then you empower Ursula right away.
Mm-hmm. I
And that's
see.
the kind of idea. You kill an eel, everyone heals, empowerment. And I mean, like, I think she's definitely better in like if she can be. She needs like full villain teams with Ursula to like do anything in PvP. And there's like not that many good villains and no good summons for her to eat this round.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat Raja or the Cauldron. That's terrible. Both of those are awful. You could do Trigger's Tower, but then you're running Trigger's Tower and you can't run Sugar Rush and Slumber, right? So not good.
Yeah. I think we're all still getting a grasp of it, except Sky's like professor already, professor status at it. But next week's Showdown is gonna be 5-5, so 5 stars gear tier 5. So no, it's 5.
No. Next week's 4-4.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw on the thing. So it's 4-4, 5-5, 6-6.
No. So it's no. Yeah, 3-3, 2-2. Oh, wait, was this 4-4?
This was 4-4.
This was 4-5.
So,
Wasn't this 5?
oh shit.
This one was 5-5. Yeah, this one was 5-5. Next one's 4-4.
Okay.
Yeah. So the upcoming one, Gear 4, 4 stars. We just went to 5 stars. Gear 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So next week is 4-4,
Cool.
which is supposed to be easier. But
Yeah.
no, because I think I have to bring up Rafiki. That's it.
Yeah, I brought up a lot of characters to Gear 5. I brought up
Yeah.
all 14, but I got 2 million gold and 85 gammas.
Yeah. Let's see.
So
There's your kicker,
I
though.
think, yeah, I'm like, I got all the gold I got back. The only thing I'm down on is extracts, and I can just buy those from Club Exchange.
Yeah.
Yep.
The one that's gonna kill me is gonna be 6-6. I mean, it's gonna kill a lot of people actually.
Yeah, I
be
got
honest.
Genie up there because Genie, after I do Ascension, I want to get Jafar. So I
Mhm.
figured I'm going to G6 Genie eventually. But I think that's the only person I'm going to G6 because that one, it's like, that is somewhere in my plan to G7 him for Jafar.
And that might not be too bad actually, too.
Exactly. So I'm like, I G6 Genie a little early and that get him for Showdown and then get the way later when I end up doing that, I get value again.
Yep. For the event.
Yeah.
Have any of you
Double
guys?
dip there.
Well, obviously Sky hasn't done it. So Juice, have you completed the Jafar event? The lifetime event?
No.
No.
No. I think Jasmine and Aladdin are done. It's just Genie that I'd have to get up.
Do you plan on doing it like this year?
The G7 requirement is rough.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Probably not. I mean, unless I farm Genie through campaign or, I know I think he's available in raid exchange, but that's no. But I don't know.
I'm waiting to see what Jafar's last couple gear pieces are.
Yeah, that's gonna be the
For the
kicker.
raid. Yeah, because if he gets some bad pieces, that'll make or break him. So if he gets a speed piece, like I'm going for him 100%.
Because that would make it 4 out of the 6 pieces are speed, right? Or have a
Yeah.
speed component at least.
Oh, yeah.
So if Jafar gets another speed piece, I'm just going for him straight up. We're like that would be like lightning fastest character in the game. Like so he probably won't get it. Honestly, if he probably won't get it, but if he does, I'm like dropping Ascension to go for Jafar.
This guy's like, I found my character that I'm gonna meme out.
Yeah, I'm gonna main Jafar.
I want to get I need to get Steamboat to gear tier 7 or 8, whatever, gear 8.
Gear 8.
Yeah, I can't remember in PvP. I went up against Shan Yu, Namari, Javar, and I can't remember who the other two were, but Javar seemed to go pretty damn quick.
Yeah, no, he's 3 because he got 3 pieces already. So if you have the 3 of the 4 G8.5 pieces on him, he gets plus 24 speed. So it's just like he just outspeeds like everyone basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I guess
Like,
wait,
he
was
can
it-
like eat Ursula's like steal and then still be like one of the first 2 or 3 to go.
I always like it when his the time, what's it called?
The hourglass.
The hourglass. Whenever the hourglass like expires and it actually does like a big hit, I'm like, yes. I get excited. I'm like, it worked. The thing is, just takes so long. But with his Kingdom Villain team and stuff, like you put Mim with him, and you put those harmful effects out, it brings down the timer a little bit. So when it does actually hit, I always feel like I wasn't a waste to go for him.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this actually kind of works. Kind of like it.
But you would still have to wait for the event to come back around, though, correct?
No, that one's lifetime.
The Javar one is now?
Yeah. So it's always in your events.
Yeah, it's a lifetime event now. That's what
So
they're
it's
calling
like it's like the starter ones. Like, do you remember the Mrs. Incredible and Aladdin
Yeah.
events? It's like those. So they'll disappear as soon as you finish them. And they'll pop up for every player until they're done.
Same thing with Hero, but I didn't get to see the Hero one. Actually, I saw him on my free to play account because I didn't get him yet. That's a dude. Honestly, that's a big help on that free to play account. It literally brought my Hero to 5 stars. I was like,
that's a huge deal. Like, if
Yeah.
Big Hero 6 wasn't already the best way to start this game, holy shit, did they really double down on Big Hero 6 being the best way to start this game?
And I like, and I don't have to worry too much for that one either. And I got some gold from
Yeah.
it. So my free to play account,
Yeah.
when I'm not neglecting it, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good.
Because with Hero, you don't even need to star him up. You can like unlock him and then star up characters that deal damage.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
It's like
Just got to get him to gear tier 6 for Baymax, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess like
What,
looking.
I'm sorry, Dragon.
No, go
what
ahead.
what what stats are you even looking at for the raid pieces for Javar Sky? Like, what are the make or breaks?
yeah. So I mean, the two best pieces by far are going to be pieces that give speed and pieces that give crit chance, crit damage. If there is a combo crit chance, crit damage piece again, like there was last raid, because basically not counting the offense, the added offense you get from the actual piece of that crit chance, crit damage. But I think I said on here like forever ago, like it's about as much offense added to a character as a 15% offense stone is one of those crit pieces. So like if he gets that much offense, or if he gets speed on top of his already crazy fast, like then he's just gonna be really good. And honestly, like he might be good enough without it, but it's just so hard to find any one with 3 speed pieces on their Jafar. So it's like it's kind of like we don't know how good Jafar is right now, because who the hell has 3 G8 pieces on one character right now? Like hardly anyone.
Yeah.
But then I
But
think
I mean,
about. Sorry.
he might just be good. Sorry, he might just be good enough, no matter what. Honestly, I don't know.
Because
What were you
they
saying
wouldn't
there,
put like what tenacity on him for like his charm to land or anything like that, right?
I mean, they could.
Yeah.
There's no way
Yeah.
to know what they'll do. I mean,
I
they're
can
not
tell
going to
you
put
won't.
recovery. That's
like-
all we really know.
Yeah, because like for Gear 8, right, the hidden piece had the tenacity or potency pieces, the hexing or warding essences. So they could throw it in there.
Yeah, evasion, precision. Like, there's a lot of different stats that they could put in there. So it's just a crapshoot with every character, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think it's likely for them to favor legendaries.
Or potency for charm to land. That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, so they'll. I mean, that's always just the safe bet. It's like legendaries normally get better ability upgrades and better like gear pieces, just because they favor them, because they want them to be like special, which kind of makes sense. Like
Yeah.
that's a good way to kind of keep them like updated and still relevant.
Hmm.
Like Baymax, because it kind of hasn't got anything good for him in a long time, right? And that's why he's kind of fallen off to an extent. I mean, along with the hero nerf, but mostly it's like he just kind of hasn't got anything, and other characters have got things.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I kind of wish that Baymax kind of did a little bit more damage, because like he doesn't do any damage. I wish he did, but his other aspects to him do, I guess, give him the benefit, of course. And at when he was brand new, he was the spring chicken. He was.
Or Ursula, man. Ursula was honestly the Baymax counter.
Yeah, and
Ursula's so good against Baymax.
Baymax, I like using him against Sensational 6 just to get the mass purge. But then after that, it's kind of like, okay, you better freaking tank for us and take the damage, because it's not over yet.
Yeah. And he's just good against defenses kind of in general, because he won't just get instantly polymorphed every time by Ursula like a normal game.
He'll evade it sometimes, or he'll do
Or they'll use a special.
Yeah,
Like, or they
it's a
aren't running
special.
Ursula, because a lot of people don't run Ursula on defense.
Yeah.
So it's like you actually on defense, I think he's quite good still.
Yeah. And still waiting for the patch notes. Still no word for that. But I mean, looking into future, I still think the raid's gonna come out Labor Day. I still think it's gonna come out Labor Day, because Summer Showdown will be ending then, and I think that's when it's gonna come out. My hopes at least.
I hope so, dude. That'd be sick.
There's no way. There's no way. There's
I would
not
love
even a
that.
single like teaser image they've released or like a background
True.
image or
It
anything.
doesn't
Like,
seem likely, yeah.
Maybe that's when they're gonna
What I
drop it.
guys hear me out. What if they do it on the 1 year anniversary of Forbidden Depth? How cute would that be?
yeah, that's more
In
realistic.
November.
I guess it could wait that long.
It's gonna be a while, man. There's no
Yeah.
way it's soon.
I just want my Gear 9 because like I want to be able to like. I mean, people are already soloing the raid anyway, so I mean, you can already solo it. But like, I just want to do it because like, okay, for like people who don't have gadget and stuff, can you just put it on auto and it'll do it, or do you still have to pay attention?
You have to pay attention 100%.
Damn, okay.
Because I can solo P4,
Mm-hmm.
and recently I had to just put it on auto because I knew my team was about to, or my guild was about to finish, so I just put it on auto, got like 1.8 million damage on it after they died. It took forever because their shields were all so high from Heroes of AIDS.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, like, you can't take it off because it's like, as soon as Calhoun puts down a beacon, if there was already a beacon out, it dies and all of its shadows die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if you
So
put on
in-
auto,
I
the
see.
beacon will just replace itself and have no health and destroy all its shadows.
So I'm just looking forward to the Gear 9 damage buff then, basically. Let's make it go a little faster, because that's the only
Yeah,
thing.
honestly, I'm starting to be in the camp where I actually think Beast is the best G9.
Because of the damage boost. It's like all 50% more, right?
It's well, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the basic and the roar are both getting 50% damage boost.
Yeah.
And that is just nuts. And think of that. That'll help you a ton in raids too. That's really what I think I just thought of now that like convinced me. Like, you getting that in raids. Sure, the speed piece isn't that good on him, but like just getting offense, health, and defense, like the other three pieces are for Beast, is just really good for him.
Yeah.
Like, making him tankier and dealing more damage. If you played against any like maxed out Beast lately, they're so tough. They just don't die. So like, and I'm not sure actually how good Herc is going to be going into the next meta, just because damage going up. I don't know if he'll have enough health.
Yeah. Even though he actually has the most health out of all the offensive characters, like 22 or 23,000.
But he can't get turns the other ways, the ways other ones can, right? That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like, so I'm not ruling him in or out. I just think Herc is a little more of a risky play and has the potential to reward you a lot. But with just how wicked fast the meta is, you're a lot of times better off with Beast because he can get those turns, right? He's stealing from everyone.
Yeah. He's passive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm thinking that Beast is probably going to be my first G9 because both those damage boosts are sick, and they kind of act as, it's almost like G9 need two characters in a way, not quite, but close to it because of Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bell's always paired with Beast, so it makes them as a package, as long as Bell has all her speed pieces,
Yeah.
like the same as just two G9s, apart from like health.
But I think you're missing one aspect with Herc is when Miguel becomes farmable. I think
That's true.
got the speed boost there.
Yeah,
That could work.
Herc definitely will still be good in Miguel teams.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right on that.
I
Like,
think
Miguel is good.
once he's farmable and like everyone has access to him, I still feel that meta swing. I still feel to an extent. Like, I feel like it's gonna be, if it's not gonna be like a top team. I mean, if it's not gonna be the team, I think it's going to be the team, or at least another team that can compete.
Yeah, I agree. I think yeah. Like, I think that they both will have like their similar uses in PvP and Kingdom and Mythicals.
Yeah.
But then Beast also has raids.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Beast is so good in raids.
I think he might be useful in the next one, because if the idea is, if we're taking what we already know now and using it in the next raid,
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance it could work, but actually
Yeah.
there's a more likelihood it's not going to work actually as well.
Yeah, I mean, the way that like Calhoun can stall the raids super easily right now, like they can easily change the mechanics of a raid to make it be able to work around it.
Yeah.
Like
And it's
ignore
not even a
beacon.
nerf. Or just like if you purge and then insta kill, it would all be fine. Or if you double purge.
Yeah.
What if the boss just double purges? All right, you purge the evade, and then you purge the taunt, and then there's nothing there. Like there's a million small things they could do.
To change it up big time for
to,
sure.
to like make it not even be an official nerf, just a change of mechanics that
Yeah.
aren't even written down anywhere. Like that's how easy it is for Calhoun to become like a very meh, like thrower in sure character in raids.
It's like they did with not being able to strip speed meter.
Yeah, or the magic decrease or a ton of other things. But this one, they wouldn't even need to put anything out because it's a new raid, so it doesn't have to work the same as the last one.
True.
So so that's why like I think the next raid will have to. It's basically going to be starting from scratch in a lot of ways. Not, I mean, sure we know certain things are good together, just in raids in general. But I don't think we can just copy paste strategies. I think that would be really disappointing.
I think we're gonna be going back because remember like how this raid is 7-6. Pretty sure next one's gonna be 7-7 minimum for heroics.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
You're farming for one higher gear tier. You're required to use one higher gear tier.
And they might make you have like level at least 3 spells too. Possibly 4.
I could see that. Some spell requirements becoming more and more popular.
And they could even be ones that don't even like matter, like you have to have, I don't know, what is it, like King Prince John's taxes at level 4, just something really random.
Which is nerfed right now.
Yeah.
Or sorry, which is bugged. I upgraded it to the bugged level because it was funny.
What is it with the bug level?
So it's supposed to remove 30% turn meter from affected opponents, but it gives them 30% turn meter instead.
Perfect.
Another classic DSA bug.
No. So it's actually genius. So you run it with Herc. You give your opponent speed meter, and then they gain speed meter, so Herc gets to attack them.
So
it's actually the funniest combo.
So basically, like you could get rid of a character because in like one shot, it's crazy.
Right? Yeah, because you get a triple hit in with Herc.
Yeah, triple hit.
Come on, and then you get to use his sword. Like, imagine that at G9.
We're doing like what, 15k plus damage at that point. Seriously. I'm excited for Gear 9. That's the thing. Like, I'm genuinely excited for it.
Yeah, the game or the deltas are gonna be huge though.
Deltas are gonna be. It's funny. Showdown right now. I'm in position to get 5 deltas.
Yeah, because a lot of people get 5 deltas, which is the only thing I really like about the global one. Is that what is it? I'm checking right now. The top 500 all get 5 deltas, which is pretty reasonable, I think.
Yeah.
So like I thought I would have to like try to, because right now I think I'm in the top 100 or something. I don't know, but I'm like, oh, I'm probably not gonna be able to stay in there because when it goes to G6, I'm not gonna have a lot of characters. But I looked and I'm like, what am I really losing? I'm losing like basically nothing of any worth. Like I think a couple 100,000 gold. That's it. So it's kind of cool that it's like, if you're in the top 500, you're chill. You're getting really good rewards. And even after that, it's not bad. It's just like if you want you're getting similar to like anyone that's not in the top 3, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like look at how much someone's gonna spend at 4 to get 4th versus how much someone's gonna spend getting 500th. Like,
yeah,
it's comical. The rewards are very comparable. But I like that. I just feel bad for the people spending money. It's their choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Juice, you have any more thoughts on the raid? Future raid?
I mean, the only thing I'll say is if Zeus is mythical, I mean, proving your Miguel theory, obviously if Zeus is mythical, we could see more stuff like that in the future. It does become farmable though. I mean, I remember Hero was the same way. But he came back around, and I was like, ooh, I kind of want him. But then I'm like, oh, his packs are what, 1,200 gems or
They were
1,500?
so expensive.
I was like, hell no, I'm staying away from this again. Not gonna do it. But yeah, if he's definitely farmable, he'll definitely be intriguing to get. Hopefully soon. But yeah, like I said, no images, no nothing yet from them, and I there's no way it's gonna be anything.
There was images
Really?
during the cozy thing. It was just the
Yeah.
background, but there were images.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like.
But not like a trailer though, like we had for
Yeah,
Forbidden Depths.
they didn't show you like, oh yeah, these are what the characters look like and stuff like that.
Yeah, it wasn't gameplay or anything.
Unfortunately.
But it's not like it was a ton, but they did have something.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I guess like looking more into the future. What do you guys think? 2 more legendaries second half of the year, or are we just gonna get 1 more?
At this rate, dude, we're looking at 1,
Yeah,
which I'm not sad about.
I'm actually happy about that.
Yeah, dude, I'm great.
What about you,
Like,
Juice?
there was such a saturation of legendaries for the longest time.
Is that
Mhm.
including Zeus? Is that Zeus?
That would be
No.
counting Zeus,
Mm-mm.
because Ursula didn't really can't follow the normal like schedule either, right?
Yeah.
The only
Because it's
reason I don't say 1 is because I remember last year when it was like they got Beast out and then they had Sensational 6 like a couple weeks
week
after.
after.
It's like, what the hell?
that was
I don't know, dude. I want to feel like I think 2 is the number.
Mm-hmm.
Not including Zeus as a legendary. I think it's gonna be 2.
Let's look back. So we got Herc in February. We got Ralph in June, and then if you go 4 months after June, so July, August, September, October, right? That sounds about right. October-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they go September, December, like what Jesus is saying, that's another one too, which is totally doable.
Yeah, it's gonna be right on the cusp, honestly.
Yeah. So
Which is so much better than their past behavior.
yeah, I mean, I agree with Juice. Like, I mean, I agree with both of you guys. There's a chance it could be 1. There's a chance it could be 2.
It easily could go either way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
I mean, I hope it's 1, dude, because with these new G7 requirements and 2 level 4
Ralph.
spells,
Yeah.
I'm almost ready for Ralph to come back. I'm getting real close.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah, like I'm slowly prepping for Ralph. Like I'll have Calhoun ready and everything. It's gonna be pretty nice. Sorry about my dogs. We got headphones. You got your AirPods working. We good?
They're working again.
They're working good. Yeah, so I mean, we got that going. I don't know, like, do you guys? Skynet's kind of talking about this too. Is like, when do you think the next modification system is going to come in, and what do you think it's going to be?
So I know what I don't want it to be, and I don't want it to be like you can equip 2 stones now. Because then it would just go from speed on everyone to offense and speed on everyone, apart from a couple people who get like health. And it would be just as boring because stones are really boring. But then again, it's like it's simple and it doesn't overcomplex things. That's kind of nice. But I just don't imagine people are gonna get excited for equipping a second stone. So I know people talk about that all the time. And I think that can't be like the next big modification characters get, because it's just gonna make damage be insane. That's really all it would do. Like characters would just die too quickly. So I don't know. I mean, because it's like you want them to add it and you don't want to add them at the same time, because they can like really fuck it up, like they did with mods in Swoga, and. So I don't know. I hope it's something like
You're gonna be started
a
with
little
mods.
more complex. What?
Don't get me started with mods.
Yeah, it's
Please
like
don't bring that.
I want it to be like a little more complicated than stones, and I think my biggest problem with stones, I think, is that the numbers could just be adjusted up and down for every single stone, and there'd be a conversation to have a stone on every character. But they chose to have like really round numbers and even numbers across the board, and that's my biggest problem with stones. So I mean, it just something that's more well-rounded and weighs speed as high as it should be weighted, and like offense and like recovery increase, it needs to increase by a higher percentage than that. Like that's worthless. You know, like just something that's statistically sensible.
Yeah. I don't want to become like I have to go to university to freaking learn how to do the modification systems.
Yeah, that's no good either.
Mm. What do you think, Juice?
Oh man, mods, because I never played Swugga or MSF. Like I don't
Mhm.
know mostly how that stuff works. Even like commenting about the double stone stuff, like I'm not sure exactly how that would work, especially with a new raid coming out. Whether or not that could make or break things, I don't think it would. But just regarding stats and things like that with characters on how to progress through the raid, it could be definitely interesting. Yeah, I just really don't know. I don't know how mods and stuff worked in the other game or what type of modifiers actually were implemented and how they affected characters and whatnot. So, yeah, I don't really have too much to say, I guess, on this question because I don't know much.
Yeah, it's in Swaga it's like all the mod system there is RNG based. Like heavily RNG based, and it's really terrible, I'm gonna be honest. Some like there's some people like, oh, I love it because I love the RNG like mechanic, the chance to get it, and I look at them like,
No,
I know there are people who like that. I look at them and I'm in disgust, and I'm just like, you have to be kidding me.
that's like the memes. It's like the ogre has fallen in love with the princess. It's like
Yeah.
the consumer has fallen in love with being manipulated.
Exactly. It's exactly Sky's point. It's like it just doesn't make any sense.
Right? It's something to monetarily benefit the creators.
Exactly. So I don't want anything like that. But I will say, we do need some type of modification system. I think in MSF, ISO, they're called ISOs in there. They're farmable, so it's not too bad, and you can go different routes, like kind of like stones, but it's a little more fleshed out. I guess that's the best
Yeah,
way to
it's
say
not
it.
everything is 5%
Yeah.
every stat. You know, like that's not good.
So yeah. So like something along like I guess like a happy medium would be good. I don't like so there's a thing called red stars in Swaga. So it's basically just think about the stars you have right now on your characters and then kind of double it, but it also has extra stats to it. So that's kind of the idea.
Red stars are bogus.
No, I do not want that because that's the RNG
And they're like
part I don't want.
impossible to get. Like
Yeah, no, it's
impossible.
freaking annoying to get. Yeah, just kind of thinking of the future. I guess like, where are you guys accounts at now? Like, what level are you guys at now?
76.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm at 73.
73.
Spent all my winnings getting my 4 characters that deal damage up to level 76.
All that ascension. All that ascension.
I will say the thing about the modifications too. I forgot to add. Like, obviously,
worries.
we're still in like the calm before the storm, where like
Oh yeah.
G9's not released yet. So like, I know when G9 gets released, obviously you're going to be competing against players that eventually get those rather easy. You know, there's players just that are sitting on full 8.5 right now. They're just waiting for the raid to be dropped, and they'll get those pieces. Not
Yeah.
quick, but quicker than me. And then, God forbid, new modifiers get released that either aren't existing, like you get to equip 2 stones, or they're new things you get to farm, or new things you can purchase. Like, if I'm going to be getting destroyed by gear tier 9 players, then with new modifiers at the same time that could also be pay to win, then it's like I'm in deep doo doo.
Yeah.
And you're not alone. we're all in trouble.
Something I'm actually really worried about for G9's release
Yeah.
is the bolstering mechanic in Showdown.
Yeah, how that's gonna work? Shoot.
So yeah, so Glue will have a decision once G9 comes out, and that'll be either to make or I guess they have 3 routes. They can either keep the bolstering at G8 and people can have G9 characters and completely just beat everyone. Super pay to win. They can increase the bolster level to G8.5, or they could increase the bolster level to G9. Those are the 3 things they could do reasonably. And I think the community will be very happy or unhappy with them in whatever they do, because they keep it at G8. Like I would be annoyed if they did that. It should at least go up to G8.5.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm very worried about that, because I think they probably won't. I think they'll probably keep it at G8.
Yeah.
I
I'm
hope they don't. I hope I'm wrong.
yeah, I haven't thought about Showdown in that sense, to be honest. Just because
Yeah, the longevity of it.
yeah, the longevity of it, because like it was made for us right now, right?
Yeah.
So
And it's like there's no way to know what glue will do, right? There's no way to know.
and yeah, I mean glue
Could go either way.
glue can go either way. They have they have a okay track record in terms of thinking long term. Okay, like not definitely not very good, the greatest, but okay. And then of course they're owned by EA, so there's that kicker to it too.
Yeah.
Because if they do that, then Showdown started as something was made for every single player who plays the game, and ended up being something that could be just like completely ridiculously unfairly manipulated. Like right now, if someone wants to spend $50 each piece to like get their hopper G8.5, I'm like, okay, go for it. But like once the raid comes out and people are gonna have like tons of G9s, like the pay to win people are gonna easily be able to get Showdown characters G9 like 3 months after the raid's out.
Yeah.
And I'll still be working on getting like my A or B team to G9 probably. So like then I'm just screwed, that'd be a bummer.
We're definitely gonna be like I think in the one of the later people to get those gear 9 characters, depending on how difficult the raid is, honestly too.
Yeah. That's a big one.
I mean, if it's a disaster like Forbidden Deaths, where people are able to figure it out like in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, then like we're kind of in the driver's seat here, because like even like after the most recent nerf, we're getting our speed back because people have gotten the team.
Yeah.
So
same.
we're getting our speed back.
We had a lot of people over 1 million this run at Van. A lot of different people.
And it's like only what 15 to 25 people doing it, or 20 to 25 people doing it, right?
Yeah, it's much less.
Yeah.
Because at one point we needed like almost 39, 40 people to do it, but now we're back down to like 20 to 25, which I guess isn't ideal if you think about it, because you went full participation, right? But at the same time, it's like we can do without that many people again, which is a little bit of a breather.
Well, and it's like some people really, really love the raid, right? Some people, their favorite thing with the game is the raid, and they're waiting for the raid to open, and they get to play the raid once every 2 days, and it's their favorite part of their 2 days of playing DSA.
Yeah.
And then there's other people that kind of just don't really care, so it just lets the people that really care about raid play it every time. It's like a win-win.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So who you guys been working on lately?
I've been on the Wreck-It Ralph crew. I have 3 out of 5 of them G7. I got the other 2 at G5 and G6. So almost done with them. Getting real close. All of them are 6 stars and just waiting.
Sounds like you need Juice's 15 mil right now.
Right? I do need Juice's 15 mil. Yeah, it took today to farm Shere Khan, because he's one of the few characters I don't have unlocked, and he's double tokens today. I was like, I'll farm Shere Khan. I want to unlock him. Like, I could see Shere Khan being in a showdown. Having him unlocked is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's like every character I want to unlock, and I mean, who knows where I want to get it? 4 stars, 5 stars, 3 stars, but like just having the character at all, it's like, well, you can get him to G3 and at least use him for 1 round of Showdown. Sweet.
Everyone who has like a full-fledged Incredibles team be like, see, I told you that you're gonna need them one day.
Yeah, see. They even get bolstered up. 8.5.
Sorry for interrupting. Go on.
Oh no, you're good. That was the end of my point.
Oh, okay. Juice, who are you working on?
I've been in complete horde mode. So aside from like as I was mentioning, playing Pokemon has been taking over my life. I'm still logging in, doing my dailies, club requirements, and stuff like that. I finished Sorcerer Tournament Exchange, so everyone's already 7-star
Ooh.
there. So I'm farming every tournament payout is just going to get hoarded from here on. Then, so I finished. I think I had Judy to do. Then I finished Kronk. Kronk was my last 7-star. So that's done. All my spells are pretty much good to go too. I finally got Blue Fairy Magic to level 4, and then Sugar Rush to level 4, and I'm kind of just hoarding spell tokens until Snow G's or something else becomes relevant, and I'll just start farming there. Yeah. So same with the Wreck-It Ralph crew. Most of them are all pretty much 6-star now. None of them are any gear tier 7 or anything like that. But I have so much gear hoarded up. Like, man, I think like all my Oceanic pieces for G7 are no, towards G8. Yeah, to G8 are all like I have like 600 of each piece. Like I have so much gear. Same with Mythical. Same with my only one that I don't have much of is Downtown Villain. But aside from that, so much saved up. I think I'm at like 1,500 drop of each droplet. I have so much. Yeah, it's
Wait
just
for
Juice, why are
you
you
gotta
not
you gotta
spending?
spend your load somewhere, dude.
I know, right? And
It'll
then
feel
they
good.
will.
You'll get like a huge dopamine release.
They will, yeah. I think I'm at like 350 gammas now, which is pretty good. So everyone's pretty much good to go. The same Team Sky Timon Kingdom team is still just working well. It's still just performing
Still
well in
so good.
PvP and everything else. I'm intrigued about the potential Shine U piece Sky was talking about. The only speed piece I have 8.5 was on Ursula. That's the first one I went to, so I don't know if I'm gonna maybe pursue the Shan Yu team. I'm actually intrigued by the Javar thing after just having the conversation and maybe
Your
trying to
art,
push for
yeah.
him. But
He's just expensive.
Yeah.
he is, and I don't know who I would take off my current team to make it work. So the problem is every person has a place. Aside from that, yeah, it's just been kind of playing in the background and hoarding and doing dailies and stuff like that. And then just hopefully when Ralph comes back around, I'll be as close as possible. And then once I get him unlocked, I can just get all his characters. I can get all the characters to at least G7 pretty damn quick with all the gear I have hoarded up. But yeah, aside from that, not much.
I want to have your horde, Juice. I want to have your horde, right?
Well, and
You
Juice is
want my
doing the
load?
smart thing because it's kind of like
Yeah.
a low in the game for him. So he's like not
True.
playing that much. He's just kind of hoarding. When other people would probably just like, oh, I just won't log in today. And it's like, to
Yeah,
log in, grab a little like, if you decide you want to quit, cool. Just like be sure you want to quit and like, just maybe you want to hoard and play low key for a little while. And like that's like good idea if it's not like grueling
True.
to you and you're still having enough fun. Like just play it for a little low key for a little while, and you don't have to get every bonus energy, but maybe make sure to spend all your energy every day. Like
yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
also close to the next like summoner score milestone. I think I'm at like 348, so I'm almost about to
Ooh.
hit 350,000. So like, that means so much in this game. But I think I'm close to that, which I'll hopefully get soon.
You're almost. You said you're almost at 350.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. I think Juice, you're ahead of all of us now.
I'm 348. I'm almost at
Oh,
352.
Man,
nice.
I'm the bait. You guys surpassed me. I'm at 341.
It's the gold, man.
It's the gold.
I've
Yeah.
been I've been living in Scrooge's money bin. For me, it does come every
Dude.
week.
I Scrooge money. Whenever that thing comes around, I'm just like yes, because it gives me
You feel like a whale
it gives me
just for a day or two.
yeah, it gives me a breather too because like because of Ascension, I got like all those Toy Story villains up. So then also became Downtown villains. So I was able to like complete it. I had Zurg, Big Baby, Lotso. Yeah, maybe not Lotso, someone else, and then I was able to complete it. So I'm at kind of where Juice is at, where I'm able to recoup my investment into it slowly but surely. Especially that now it's coming a lot more often, which is nice. Almost feels like almost twice a month it comes around, honestly. But I think it's only once a
21
month.
day 21 day rotation.
Oh, okay. See, Sky
Mhm.
knows. Sky knows.
The resource ones are on 21-day rotations and stones are on 14-day rotations.
Oh, that's actually not that bad.
Is it 14 for stones? Sounds right. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 21 for stones also. I forget.
I mean, I think three of us can agree. It's a lot better than it was before. Before,
Yeah.
it felt like every month or so they came around.
Yeah, sometimes I think it was like almost 2 months for Scrooge's Money Bin one time early on. Like people were rioting the streets. I feel like that was a thing.
Like, give me my freaking gold. I work for these guys. I work for them to get my downtown villains to the right freaking level, and they were never good. So let me reap my rewards. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with the game because
Yeah.
I mean, as obvious, like I'm glued to Showdown. Like I love that game mode.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, like I don't know. I feel like there hasn't been a game mode that really like rewarded being like really smart usage of like play in every aspect, and this one straight up does. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Like sure, there's bolstering, sure, there's like requirements, and that's like makes it less skillful. But like if you can participate, like I actually feel like I was rewarded for like choosing what team I was using, like investing in or like I hit almost every single exchange every day, like to buy the potions. Like I don't know, I feel like the choices I made mattered, and I a lot of times feel like the choices I make don't matter in DSA. So that was fun to me.
That's a good point. Mm-hmm. Big time.
It's like and like yeah, like I like I lost a couple matches, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna match at a different time because I think the easiest time to play Showdown is the morning of the second day. Like you find little like secrets to like just game the system and like get to the top of the leaderboard. So I don't know. I think some people are kind of at a weird spot with the game right now. I actually am still just loving it.
Yeah, I think the thing with Showdown, like, I don't know if you agree or not, but I feel like Showdown has characters that just don't, at least for what I experienced, that just don't rely so much on RNG or coin flips or like, lucky counterattacks or like things proccing. It's like, it just feels like you're more in control of the game rather than like, you go up against your normal PvP teams and like Beast counterattack and Herc does. You're just kind of sitting back waiting for you to take your turn. So I feel it's like less of that and it's more of like control in the game, which I like a lot more. But I could be wrong.
No, that's a great point. I completely agree. Yeah, the matches are like they're fun. It's like, oh cool. Whoa, I didn't realize like Darkwing Duck had a purge on his flanking attack or his adjacent attack. Like I didn't realize that purged. I thought it just did blinds. That's cool. Like and something I like learned playing these like obscure characters, and like that like helped me win a match. Learning that
Yeah.
like that was a purge. I was like, cool. I won because Darkwing purged there, and I learned that earlier. Like, and I wouldn't have done it. I would have done a different move. Like if I didn't know that.
Makes you a much more well-rounded DSA player because it exposes you to characters you never really would have in the past have used or probably even in the future.
Yeah.
That's all I like about it.
Like in the other round, I'm like all about Hopper and Olaf together.
Oh
because
gosh.
you can because
Hopper,
Olaf
Hopper,
has one
Hopper.
speed higher than Hopper, so he goes right before Hopper, puts tactics on Hopper, and then Hopper purges everyone and gives them helpful immunity. It's like I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Like, but you can never run Olaf and Hopper together in like any other game mode. That's nonsense. But like, I was like destroying this. I remember there's like a 3 tank team, and I just they all taunted at the same time because the player was obviously not even good. And then I just got rid of all of them and put helpful immunity. It was the funniest thing. Like so many just wacky games like that you're gonna get to play at Showdown.
I'm definitely looking forward to see what Showdown, I guess season 2 is gonna look like, the roster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sold that there's gonna be several Incredibles characters in there. There has to
I
be.
could see that. Yeah.
And Nightmare Before Christmas.
I mean, I think they're probably gonna really not try to repeat characters early on in Showdown.
Yeah, that's my
Because
guess too.
if you like, let's say they use 75% of the same characters and did Showdown again, I'd say sweet. I already got a bunch of
Yeah.
characters up. Like, all right, I guess I have to get way less characters up this showdown. Like they're making less money off the game mode.
I can't wait till the bonus character is Steamboat Mickey.
I could do the first one with it. I have 3 stars. You'd see me. I'd be spam clicking for Steamboat stars.
I haven't
using my refreshes.
That's the most efficient way to do it. But I don't have the gold for him yet because he's not that big of a priority yet. But he's up there. He's up there.
God.
I don't have the.
I don't know how Reflect is in the game. Reflect is one of the worst abilities in the whole game.
It's an offshoot of it's an offshoot of a different effect, right?
It's counterattack.
Yeah. But take a little bit, right?
No. It's counterattack, and instead of counterattacking you, you just take 10% of whatever the attack did to me. So if you deal 100 damage to my character as Reflect, then you take 10.
That's what it is, yeah.
And Mickey like gets that like it's a real effect that matters.
It's a soft counter, basically.
Yeah, but like so soft, like a little feather.
Yeah. We need it one day. But yeah, I think we covered everything we need to cover. So do you guys have anything else you wanted to discuss?
No, as soon as we end, we're gonna see a huge patch note list and be like, "Damn it,
we're gonna get got." So that's so true.
10 out of 10 chance can happen.
One IP that you want brought in. What do you think? I think Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, like which legendary's next?
Not even IP? What you think's next, but just what one you like. When you would like to be next.
Oh, Atlantis.
Nice.
Dragon stole mine," but I'm thinking.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Another good one would be Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet would be awesome.
So we're waiting for Disney discussion to get to these 2000 movies.
We're close.
No, I know you guys did the Silver recap recently, right? That was the most recent one.
Yeah, we're actually talking about Winnie the Pooh not this week, but next week. Yeah.
Nice.
But we're on Silver Age and then moving into Renaissance and Pixar.
I just want like Winnie the Pooh and Tigger to like just destroy these like hardcore characters.
Hell
like
yeah.
I want to see Tigger bounce on Hercules' face and kill him.
One shot.
Like, that sounds epic. Yeah, like come on. Does that not sound like the coolest thing ever?
Then he puts Reflect on Hercules.
Reflect.
Yeah.
OP.
But Juice, sorry, I took yours. So who is your IP? They want to come in.
Oh man. It's kind of crazy to think about that because we've hit so many like franchising characters now. Like,
no, we have.
There really is a lot of characters in this game.
But there's still a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it crazy to think that like maybe Cars is finally coming? Or I know we trolled about that meme.
Missile. That's what I want from Cars 2.
He's probably the actually only one that's game ready if you think about it.
Yeah, honestly, just think how easy that'd be, dude. I'd whale out for Finn McMissile. Easy.
But I want like Gordon Ramsay voice to come in, not the actual voice actor. I want Gordon Ramsay.
That's so random.
I just think thought of someone else that's British, and I was like, it has to be Gordon Ramsay. Just be like, mates.
Isn't it Michael Caine?
Probably.
I would still like I'd still like a full Inside Out team, or maybe like if they were creative and they could do like maybe like Nemo and like Fishbowls or something. I don't know how they can make it work, but some type of Nemo team or something like that could be cool.
Nemo would be good because Nemo is, well, I would say Ursula. Well, the eels are in the game, so floats and Jetsams. So Nemo can float in midair. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they just float.
I'd like that. And Bruce the shark, he take up the entire freaking screen. I love that.
Then there's like Gantu, who should take up the entire screen.
True.
Who's like smaller than Goofy.
Then there's freaking Big Baby, and you're like, where's the proportion sizing to this?
Yeah.
I guess like to top it off, my other one, and I won't say any more after this, would be the Muppets. I think that would be.
Oh, the Muppets is good, and they were in the surveys.
Yeah, they're in the
Yeah.
surveys. They're in Disney Heroes battle mode, so they
Yeah.
should have no issues bringing
Inside
them in.
Out, Winnie the Pooh,
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland, Gummy
Gosh.
Bears, all those were in the surveys.
So many
Alice could
possibilities.
be a princess, couldn't she?
Alice, nah.
No, she's
She couldn't
not.
be.
Mm-mm.
Nah,
Princess
we would need
Tiana
like
could.
Aurora, Snow White,
Tiana.
Cinderella, Tiana, Mulan. No, Mulan's in the game. She's just so bad.
Don't say that to me. Don't say that to Princess Squad. Sky the Princess Squad. What else?
Princess Squad. It's like Fire Demon Eyes. Princess Squad. I was gonna say Pocahontas, and then I remembered the same thing.
Damn, like I think a lot of the princesses are more or less like it's like battle ready princesses. Like Vanellope's not a princess.
Well, yeah, they have to be the legal princess.
Legal princesses.
Because we could see more like obviously, them finalize like filling out the rosters like what they did with Peter Pan. Like we had
Yeah.
Tink, we had Hook, and then they had the 3 remaining, or they had a couple more to fill it out. Like that's what we could see with Inside Out, because we were gonna have Anger and things
And
like that.
Jingles.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
So I'm not yeah, obviously we can see new franchises too, but like I'm sure they could be doing that strategy where they're trying to round out the rosters with the characters that already have in
Mhm.
place.
I feel
But
like
I mean,
sorry, go
people
ahead.
kind of want that, right? Like I
Yeah.
would much rather them release Inside Out and me saying, okay, thank God my Anger's already G5. Like
He's
for
halfway
Showdown.
there.
Yeah, like I'm already like I have already gold invested in, gear invested in. Like that's great. Like, and then they don't have to add a new character to Sorcerer's Tournament Exchange also by doing that. Like it's good for them.
A Bug's Life for the Hopper lovers are like, I have a 7-8 Hopper. Thank you for
8.5
this
Hopper.
gift. Thank you for this gift to get my Flick. I don't know. I think Flick would be the legendary in that film. But I also feel like you could literally have 2 separate teams because of all of the circus bugs, and then you have Anna and all of them. Oh man.
Oh wait, this came up earlier, and I didn't want to interrupt Juice. So I did the math on how much you should hoard for Sorcerer's Tournament Exchange currency until you can max a character that comes out at the current legendary rate, which is quite expensive. So yeah, basically the idea is I think they're gonna add characters like one at a time that go with legendaries that come out. So if that's what they do, you only need to hoard 387,500, and that's if you were doing, what is that? All 5 shops every day, counting a claim. So you could probably get away with less. And that is on getting first every day, so that would change the math a little, but like there's no way you need more than 400,000 tokens. And after that, you can just start grabbing gear.
Nice.
That's what I'm going to do at least. So I'm already almost there. I think I'm at like 300,000 something. Just grind the stamina potions, and then you can just start getting gear, getting tokens for gear. It's really bad, but it's like you can max a character that comes, any character that comes, as fast as possible because you're limited to only a few tokens per day.
I'll say one more thing about the franchises, just ones I'd like to see. I think they could fill out Monsters Inc. for sure.
Oh
With Mike
gosh.
Wazowski, maybe Boo or Water Noose or whatever. And then finally, they said this in previous developer Q&As, but my goal is to get Judy Hopps to 7-star for future Zootopia stuff. So we'll see that eventually. I'm not saying it's going to be this year, but they know they're going to do what Nick Wilde and who else? Maybe the Bull or the Cop or whatever. I don't know their names.
King, Mayor.
Yeah, something like that. So potential Zootopia event in the future. So like I said, finishing the ST exchange was cool because Judy's all set for that if she's required for some type of event. But yeah, Monsters
Inc.
and Zootopia.
Looking at it, it all says maxed, right? It's kind of nice. Satisfying.
It's an accomplishment in the game I think for me.
It's a rite of passage that the store is officially worthless.
So, yes, sir.
Now you can spend on potions, which is nice.
I'm getting close to that on spells too.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be like I'm just opening packs though still because I don't need a max anything. Like I need 15 Sugar Rush before that event comes back, so I'm just hoping that I get it from the packs, and then if the event comes back, I'll start buying it.
Well, it looks like we're almost like completing these freaking exchanges. We are definitely we're officially we're gonna be end game at that point. No, I'm just kidding. We're already end game. So as more things, hopefully they add more spells. I think that's what's lacking is that there's no new spells.
It's just they have a spell is so hard to balance,
True.
and I think that's why I think they realize how impossible to balance spells are, and that's why they're so scared of it.
Yep.
Because like every spell can directly interact with every character, more or less. And that's a lot of balancing to do. And every time you release another spell, every character that comes out has to be balanced around that spell.
And it never seems to like actually happen.
Yeah, well, like 'cause think about like in Swoga, there's a bunch of characters that like do things like stun on their basic, right?
Yeah.
But if characters can stun on their basic, then you just shadow them.
And then boom, 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 boom. Next
Yeah,
thing you
like
know,
you
it's
can
like
actually use
shit.
Jangles because he has a. If you put tactics on him,
Is
he
it
has a
guaranteed?
guaranteed stun on his
Oh.
basic, so you can shadow him, and it's actually like a cheeky team that people like troll with. But like, imagine if you don't have to do the cheekiness and it was on like a fast character, and you just shadowed a stunning character. Like shadow limits their game design completely. They can never have a stunning basic character, pretty much. Like, and I think that's the problem. It's like now every card that comes out has to be balanced around Tala. That's like I'm sure
True.
things have come up that like, oh shoot, that's way too good with Tala. Like it's a really strong ability. So it's
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
that's the problem with spells, and I think they've said that before. And it's something that like I've seen in a lot of different strategy games. It's just like upgrades and spells and having to be balanced around everything in the game. It's not.
And this game is notorious for its balancing issues.
Oh yeah, fun with nerfs.
Yeah, fun with nerfs. Uh, I think that was episode 18 for the Club 33 podcast. Hopefully, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, depending on Sky's schedule. And if we don't see you guys for a little while, you know what's happening. Just real life kind of creeping up on us a little bit, but we'll be back nonetheless. We'll figure
Do
it
my
out.
best.
We'll do our best. Anyways, guys, thank you so much, and we will catch you guys in episode 19, whenever that airs. We'll see you guys then. Peace out.
Peace.
See you guys.